Hello.
Okay. Happy New Year.
We're seeing if we are live.
Happy New Year to all the cruisers in the United States.
I don't know they're live. Hold on.
Checking the mic.
Trying to find it.
Happy
There
New
we
Year.
are.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've got a new mic, so we're checking that. It sounds like everything's working.
Got a new mic.
Fantastic.
Okay.
It sounds like everything's working.
Okay. Let me lower
Happy
the
New
volume.
Year
Oh.
to everybody in this wonderful world of YouTube. Cruising addicts all.
And a special Happy New Year to Cruising with Conan.
Thanks for being with us tonight.
Being with us. And what's funny, I'm guessing your name is Conan, but Cruising with Conan. I have a coworker from Canada. Oh, I need my hat.
Yeah.
And she'll be logging on at some point, but she's still working. Anyway, thanks for joining. Hope you're doing okay in Canada. Hope it's not too cold. We are in Colorado.
So you might be going out. You might be staying at home.
And it's pretty warm in Colorado.
That's okay. We're going to go out and have supper in a little while, but we're happy to be here tonight. We're going to talk about cruising and casino comps and all kinds of other fun stuff and ships that are coming, ships that are going.
And if you hear some strange noises, Hadley is down here under
Hadley
the desk.
the Wonder Dog is with us tonight. I might introduce him in a little while.
And so happy New Year's Eve, everybody.
Yeah.
We're so excited you're here with us tonight. And whether you're celebrating big, relaxing at home, riding out the holiday quietly, you're not alone. And we're really glad to spend part of the evening with you. Yes, you're never alone with us.
Live.
And that's one of our mantras is you never travel alone because you never know. We might jump on the cruise that you're on.
Integrated Travel Solutions, your gateway to adventure. You never travel alone.
And here we go. And this is sparkling water. Because we're not going to drink and drive. So.
Happy New Year. And here's to a lot of good cruising in the new year.
Yes. So, do we want to talk about, what do we want to talk about first?
Well, we just put up our big calendar today.
We did.
We got the big
we
calendar.
Have a big calendar on the wall.
With the trips planned for next year. So that's pretty exciting. Yeah. It's going to start off at the end of January. We're going on the Mariner.
We're going on Mariner of the Seas, going to the Western Caribbean out of Galveston.
And we know the Mariner. We've been on the Mariner before. It's a good ship.
Last February.
Yeah.
Going to Costa Maya and Cozumel. We're not going to get off in Costa Maya. Costa Maya.
Now, I'll tell you, this was one of the things we wanted to touch on, our best and worst, which we might get to that later.
Yeah.
But Costa Maya does have the Chocchoban Mayan ruins. And I like that a lot. We have a good video where I walked all around the Mayan ruins, walked on the pyramid, and they're not really pyramids, but they are pyramids. Costa Maya has the Mayan ruins, which is a great excursion, but otherwise the port is, And here he is.
Conan, are you a travel agent? Or you just have a cruise YouTube? We're going to check you out. Let us know what your favorite port of call is. So there you go. There's Hadley the Wonder Dog.
Hi, Hadley. Say Happy New Year. Oh, my goodness. There he is. Oh, yeah. He's so excited. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Mariner in January, at the end of January. And then our first carnival, April 21st, I think. I'm not sure.
End of April, middle of April.
Carnival
We're going on Carnival out of Galveston. It's going to be fantastic.
August, the end of August.
August, we're going to Alaska. So that's going to be a big, fun trip.
Voyager of the Seas, and we went through this on our Christmas Eve live. But Voyager, and that's the one where we got into the storm. You guys, you have to watch that video. I know people made fun of me and stuff like that. I don't care. We were sitting at the casino at the roulette table. And I said, I need to be recording this because I thought we were literally going to die. and that somebody would somehow find my phone at the bottom of the ocean.
But the Voyager is a good ship. It's an older ship. The Voyager is 25 years old, but it's a good ship. We had a really good cruise on it, and it's one of our casino comp cruises coming up.
Yeah.
At the end of August, we're going to Alaska, and we're going to go whale watching.
We're just hoping that they have redone the carpet.
Yeah, because there was a little bit of water in there, but
there was water in the entire stateroom on the 9th floor. We all had water in our stateroom. So we booked a different room.
And that's going to be a ton of fun. And we're going to go to Alaska and watch the whales. And then in the fall, we
November
have one
1st.
scheduled.
Allure of the Seas going to St. Kitts and Puerto Rico.
Out of the East Coast.
Out of Miami. We've never been out of Miami.
And go to St. Kitts. And also we're going to go to Puerto Rico and tour the fort in San Juan.
Yeah.
And we're going to try to see if we can find the Flying Nun Memorial.
I don't know. Probably nobody knows what
Happy New Year. The Flying Nun was a television show many years ago, and it was based in Puerto Rico.
Sally Fields, I think, was the
Flying
actress.
Nun. So that's in Puerto Rico. So that'll be next fall. So we've got a
How
big
did
year.
she fly?
She flew with her hat. She got the wind right and just flew with her hat.
Yeah, that's funny.
So we got a big year planning, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And anytime some of you are on any of these ships, be sure to come see us because it'll be tons of fun.
Yeah.
We had a really good Facebook group about 2 trips ago. Trish was the administrator, and we met a lot of people, and it was a good time.
But I'm not a power hungry Facebook group administrator. Somebody else had mentioned, had mentioned the power hungry Facebook group administrators. And I don't think that's me. The past 2 cruises, I was the administrator on that. I set up the Facebook group. We had a great group. We have like close to 1,000 people, and it was great. We all met up on the ship. It was so much fun.
They would say, "Oh, hey Tom. Oh, hey Sarah."
Yeah,
and so because they kind of knew who each other were because of the Facebook group.
And it makes it so much nicer, right? When you have people coming up to you on the ship and they know you and you know them, and you don't really know them. We just know them from Facebook. But we feel like we know them, right? You feel like they're your friends.
Build a community, as it were.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to that. On the Mariner, we do have a Mariner Facebook group, but I'm not the administrator.
No.
And so I try not to step on anybody's toes.
So if you were thinking about the cruise that you would want to take, that would be your most favorite cruise that you've never thought about before, you thought it might be out of reach, but maybe it's available. What do you think the favorite cruise is that you would want to take somewhere exotic? What would be your favorite cruise in a wish list type of thing?
What would be? So I have a couple though. Is that weird? Because I've always
cruise?
A world cruise, yes, definitely. But I've always thought of like a Mediterranean cruise because Santorini, is that not beautiful?
I'd like to see Rome, see the Colosseum and the Parthenon.
So that, but then the Norwegian fjords, that seems like a good one.
I think we're going to get a taste of that in Alaska because you sail up in the inner waters in Alaska.
Yeah. And of course, who doesn't want to go to French Polynesia, right? And also, I do want to do the New England.
The lobster cruise.
Yeah, going up to New England and Canada. Yeah. My sister and brother-in-law, they used to live in
Prince Edward Island.
PEI. Yeah, that's what she would say. They were missionaries there. And so they lived there for quite a while in Canada. And my Canada story is when I was 11, I think.
The border crossing. Yeah.
Yeah. And we grew up in South Florida in Hialeah, and we have cousins up in New York. And so my dad, for Christmas, because we had never seen snow, he was going to drive us up to New York to stay with our cousins so we could see snow. And we went, to Manhattan and all of that stuff. And so while we were there, he said, we're so close to the Canadian border. Let's go, because his thing was he wanted his kids to see as many states and countries as they could. but my dad, unfortunately, at 32 years old, was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and he passed away at 41. So he was trying to cram in a whole lot of stuff for us, and we were I was 11 or 12, so we were very little.
So they were near the border of Canada.
So we get to the border, and what are they, custom agents, border agents? They said, oh, okay, well, what is your plan? Why are you coming to Canada? And my dad said, because so my kids could say they've been to a foreign country. And so we went to the first souvenir shop in Quebec and bought a little ashtray or something that said Quebec on it, and turned around and came back and stopped at border
the customs.
I was like, border control. Anyway, I've had a long day at work. Went through the border, and they said, how long was your trip here? My dad looked at his watch and said, oh, about 15 minutes.
But he did it. He got him to the Canada.
But we did. And so Canada was the first country I'd ever been to. And then he did take us, because for the bicentennial, he did take us out west, which is funny because that's where we live now. And so we went to 25 states. My dad, and before he passed, he had said, RV. I've taken you kids to 25 states in one country. It's now going to be up to your husbands to take you to the other 25 in other countries. A lot of pressure.
And as we're doing that, Trish and I like to get a balcony room.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because we like the fresh air. We like to be able to look over the water. Mm-hmm. And last time we were out of California. LA. Yeah. We actually saw a whale from the balcony, which was really cool because we didn't really expect it. But some people like to do an interior room. Mm-hmm. Some people price shop, do an interior room. Some people like a balcony room. Mm-hmm. We might get a poll going later. Balcony.
What do you prefer? Yeah.
Or interior room. Now, of course,
we've never done interior.
No, but you can, the pricing on an interior room is obviously better than a balcony. And so if somebody would put in the comments, let's find out if you get enough time. If you're not in your room that much, maybe the interior room does it for you, because a lot of times when you get the offers from the comp cruise offers, it's a free stateroom interior. And so what we've done on the last 2 times, we upgraded to the balcony, and it doesn't cost that much.
No,
because you get the free offer, and then you upgrade to the balcony, and then we have the balcony. But some people like the balcony, some people go with the interior. And if you could hit us up in the comments, let us know, and we might do a poll later on.
Okay.
Interior,
balcony. Right, because we've never done an interior. First of all, I get claustrophobic.
Yeah, it seems like it might give you the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, and I also like the fresh air, because not only am I claustrophobic, believe it or not, I'm a germaphobe.
Yeah.
And so having a balcony, I feel like, oh, I can get fresh air. I don't know if that's true. And when I start not to feel well, then I like to open the balcony door and get fresh air. But here's the thing on the casino comp cruises. So we're going at the end of January in Mariner. And we got a lot of points. And I think we told you in the last video, we used Rob's card because we were trying to get to Prime faster. So we just used his card. And we did. And so we're at Prime. And so if you have to stay at the point level you got at the last cruise. So anyway, he's going to do a little bit on his card, but we're going to try to use
the plan.
My card to get me to Prime, because then we'll both get the comp cruises.
So we'll have competing offers, and we can see
and we'll get the free drinks in the casino and the free day Wi-Fi. So maybe that's 2 days of Wi-Fi we would have and not have to pay.
The plan is sort of like this for Mariner. I've learned a lot about craps from Brian at Holy Rollers, and we thank you for your help, Brian. So I'm just going to go to craps table at 2 times, go semi-high roller so that they know my presence is there. That way my card will get some points. And then we're going to use Trisha's card and go to the slots, which we enjoy that too. And we actually did pretty well last time. And we're going to jack her card up on the slot machines. And because we like to get 2 machines next to each other. and just play. So we're going to get some comps on that.
The machine next to me,
and we'll see if we get competing offers, and that'll be fun. We'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah. So if anybody has done that, where you and your partner use your cards individually, tell us how that went, because we're not sure, because we were just trying to build points. We didn't know much about it, but we're learning more. Mm-hmm.
And then comes the idea of one thing that we like to do, order room service once in a while.
Oh yeah.
Because it really doesn't cost much. And you get the food brought right to your room, and you can eat on the balcony, and that's a ton of fun. But the main dining room or the Windjammer is an option. Now, some people just love to go to the Windjammer because they can go back and they could go back and they could go back. But sometimes there's a whole lot of people at the Windjammer, and it gets a little crowded and it's a little crazy in there.
Yeah.
The main dining room is another option. And we've had really good meals in the main dining room. We've had some marginal meals in the main dining room. One of the great parts about the main dining room is they do have good service usually. The service is good.
Yeah.
The food, it could come and it could go. Sometimes it's really good. Sometimes it's okay. But it does, on Royal Caribbean anyway, they have linen tablecloths. So that's always fun. It's nice to have a linen tablecloth. But we're going to explore Carnival. We're going to go check it out with an open mind. And we're going on a 4-nighter. So it's not a huge risk.
It's just a Cosmo.
And we got a suite, so that's going to be good. But we're excited about it because it's a different cruise line, a different look on everything, and we're going to let you know. We'll compare and contrast. It's going to be fun.
Right. And the other thing on room service, just so you know, on Royal, even if you have the drink package or the refreshment package, you have to pay for that soda with room service. It's not included in room service. We did not know that until the last cruise.
I've learned how to tip the right people and get a couple of Diet Cokes.
Tip on day one, and everybody will
to take back to the room with you.
Okay, so I do want to say this because cruising with Conan, everybody go over and subscribe to his channel. He said his girlfriend is a traveling nurse. Our daughter is a traveling nurse.
Yeah.
So
good. Well, that's good. That sounds like a good career.
Good job.
I hope
good
it
career.
Goes really well.
Yep. Yeah. Making bank on that.
Yeah. And they get to see the country then too. Yeah.
So what is your favorite ship we've been on? And if you put in the comments, if you feel like it, that's fine. If you don't feel like commenting, that's fine too. It's okay. You're just not alone. We just don't want you to feel alone. What's your favorite ship that you've ever been on? Your very favorite?
Well, there's two. I think I'll go with that. I like the Voyager because it was our first Royal, and it's going to always be in my fond memories. Voyager of the Seas, and it's the right size. I think it's a good size. It's got the classic promenade. I like the coffee shop there with the pizza in the same place. But I did have a good time on Quantum. Quantum was good. I don't like the atrium instead of the promenade. Yeah. They call it the Esplanade, and it's tight. So I like the classic promenade better, but Quantum was a good ship. Okay. And we had a good cruise, and we won some money, and it was a lot of fun, and we saw a whale too. Yeah.
So my favorite is probably Harmony of the Seas, the Oasis class ship, because that's where we went for our anniversary last year. And we just had a really good time on Harmony. Yeah. Because there's so much to do. You have Central Park. You have the boardwalk.
That's right. The boardwalk.
You have the Aqua Theater.
And that was Harmony.
Yeah,
I'll give it a thumbs up too.
Yeah. I did like, so I think that's one that is the most near and dear to my heart is Harmony.
Yeah.
The Oasis class ships. I think that's perfect. It's not too big. We haven't been on the Icon class yet.
That's another little bit of news.
To Galveston yet.
The Icon is supposed to come to Galveston in August of 2027. So we like Galveston. We've got a condo down there. We don't get to very much, but we have it. And we like Galveston.
In the way of a good time.
So Icon in a year and a half in Galveston.
Yeah, so we haven't been on that yet, so we can't compare
so big,
it to those mega ships, right?
Yeah.
But Harmony used to be the largest ship in the world, so it is big.
It's a big ship,
but I think it's kind of like the right size, and there's plenty because there's plenty to do if you are the type of person who wants to have
the
constant
aqua
activity.
show.
The aqua show is fantastic.
And
all
the
their
theater,
shows.
we saw a couple shows in the theater. We saw an ice show.
Yeah,
and it's amazing
but
to
I
have
think
ice skating rinks on the ocean.
The draw is the aqua show, I think, on the bigger class ships, the Oasis class ships. But so that's mine. But I did like Quantum of the Seas.
Quantum was good, and we had a good time.
And we had a really good time.
Yeah.
And I don't know because the Esplanade was strange because I like the Royal Promenade, where it's the long promenade. And the Esplanade is more, like it's an atrium. And it's very broken up. And it's a smaller ship. But
they tried to do the Halloween parade there, and it just wasn't really
because it was too small. And I liked it because it was a cool weather. And all of our cruises out of Galveston and Port Canaveral
it gets hot.
Are hot weather, and I get so hot, and it was just always so hot. But this one, the temperature, it was October 31st, was Halloween, nice and cool. We actually kept our balcony door open.
Yeah, that was fun.
Because it was so cool, and I loved it. And I loved being in my sweatshirt and just being, I don't know, just all cozy. I just really enjoyed that. So I don't know if it was the ship I enjoyed or the cold weather I enjoyed, which made me think it was the ship. I don't know. But so Quantum is probably my number 2. That's funny.
Yeah, so we haven't started packing yet, but we've got about 3 weeks, I guess. So we maybe... Oh, and we do have a business trip in between.
His company business.
So it's going to be a quick packing job on this one. I think we're going to go with 2 big suitcases and just call that done.
Not 4. We're trying not to travel with 4 suitcases unless we absolutely have to.
But for Alaska, we've committed. Alaska, I'm not going to have 4. Any. We're just going to take 4, and that's going to be that.
Well, and you have to pack.
We have to have
cold weather stuff and warm weather stuff because we're going at the end of August.
So it could be cold. It might be hot.
People say it's, 50 degrees, or it could be 40 degrees, or it could be 70 degrees. Now, we went to Alaska for our honeymoon back in 2014, and in June.
Yeah.
And it wasn't,
that was a million years ago.
It wasn't too hot, but I remember the mosquitoes. The mosquitoes were like this big. And not only that, people don't know this. When we were in Alaska, and we took a tour. We went on the ferry or whatever, the tour for Portage Glacier.
Oh, we went to the glacier. Yeah.
And they did a talk about the ice. And they said, do not drink the ice. Don't put the ice in your mouth. Don't try and drink it.
Because there's glacier worms.
Ice worms. And they passed around a little vial of melted ice that had a freaking worm in it. So when we see videos of people in Alaska or basically anywhere, like the Arctic, I don't know, maybe the Arctic is different because it's so cold. There are worms in that ice. People do not drink the water from the glaciers.
Those people might have made it their thing that they showed everybody that because they had one in the glass vial. But you see a lot of people taking a little bit of sip of water, and they might get sick. They might not. Who knows? Imagine 10,000 years ago, everybody was drinking it and just happy to have it. So,
my goodness.
Yeah. The ice worms.
Yeah, no bueno.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about myths versus reality on cruise ships.
Is it really overcrowded? Are there too many people there?
Okay, so on the bigger ships, like the Oasis class ships, I think they can have 6,000 passengers.
Yeah. And it's a lot of people.
On the smaller ones, the Voyager class, like Voyager of the Seas or Mariner of the Seas, I think it's 3,000 people. But to me, the bigger ships seems like they have more space for the people to disperse. So you go in one area, it may not be so crowded. The smaller ships, though, even though they have less people, it's a smaller ship and it seems more crowded. Yeah. And so if you watched our Quantum of the Seas, I don't think that's come out yet. It's coming out. I think it's coming out next week, maybe. Yeah. The Sail Away, Quantum of the Seas Sail Away, and it has the Halloween parade.
You can see how tight it is.
See how tight and crowded it is. And I was not feeling well that day because I didn't sleep well at the Crown Plaza Hotel. As Rob said in the review, it was a little firm, too firm for my hips.
Yeah.
And my hips ached all night. So I didn't get any sleep. So I was exhausted. And then when I get exhausted, right, we don't feel
one thing
good.
leads to another.
And I was just exhausted by the time the parade started. So, but you can see how crowded it is.
Yeah.
And then in the ports, what about the crowd level at the ports?
Well, that's the thing. What we've learned to do, and we're probably going to keep doing this, we're just going to book excursions through the cruise line. Now, there's one exception to that. In Roatan, we have a driver who was recommended to us, and it's a good service. So we go right to them, and they take us wherever we want to go in Roatan.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, the port itself, and you can see this when you get there, the port is kind of just a tourist thing, you know? And so,
Shops.
Yeah. So you think, well,
Hecklers.
Yeah, we're tourists.
Hagglers.
But,
What are they called? Hecklers.
Well, they're hawking their wares. And
Hawkers.
So it can become a little
Is that a
frustrating.
word?
You're just,
Hawkers.
Yes, it's from the olden days. You're going through trying to just enjoy being there, and they're like selling.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what they do because they're trying to make a living. So what we've learned to do is just go ahead and book something and go outside of the port with your guide or the service that you're using. And then you can go enjoy something out there in the world and see a piece of the country that you're in, but you don't have to be pushing and shoving and getting through people and,
Yeah, Costa Maya seems to be, thus far, of all the ports we went to, that's like worse.
Except that's where the Chocchoban Mayan ruins. And that's an excursion through Royal Caribbean. We got right on the private bus. There was just 8 of us, and
it was the exclusive drive.
Very good. And walking on the pyramids and walking where the Mayans were 1,800 years ago, that was very cool. So I'll always think that was well worth it. We've done that twice, and I thought it was well worth it.
Yeah.
Chocchoban Mayan ruins.
Yeah. And so I don't know. Ensenada was a weird one.
Yeah, nothing to write home about, but we got
There's
off the
no
ship.
shops
we saw
there.
them.
It's a different port. It's a different port. There's no shops right there.
And we saw the sea lions.
Yeah.
So the sea lions are cool.
Yeah.
That was really one of the things that we wanted to do. And we saw the sea lions, and there's one coming out. I don't know. There's a video coming out with the sea lion came right up to the edge of the port.
Yeah.
Right where the tie downs were, and you could see him, and he had his head back like this, just like
because he climbed up on the rocks.
National Geographic. Yeah.
One of our videos coming out soon also has when we're coming into port in Ensenada, the sea lions.
And they were all
in
swimming
the water and poking their heads up and flipping.
That might have been one of the reasons we liked that one so much. And we won a bunch of money, so that was fun too. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's a contributory factor, right? Because when you have those things, then you're like, this is the greatest cruise ship ever. It might not be the greatest cruise ship, but your experience was great.
It was, yeah.
So,
And the food's good. It's a lot of fun because you get to go out there for a few days and nights on the sea and have people serve you, and you don't have to clean up, and you don't have to make the bed or anything like that.
And then you come home.
We've learned to enjoy it a lot.
There's no one here to serve me.
Yeah. And the other part that we've learned is that people say, oh, you're going to gain 10 pounds when you go on a cruise, but you don't have to gain 10 pounds when you go on a cruise because we found that out. For the last year, Trish has been doing a really good job and working very hard on a program and just changed the whole way we're living.
Since April.
And so we, on the ships, we kind of let it go a little bit, but we get on the jogging track and we don't jog because we're older and I've got a bad back and it's a pretty good back, but but we just start walking and we walk around the jogging track. We walk around the jogging track, making sure that we get enough steps in, and we try to stay healthy while we're there. And you don't have to gain 10 pounds when you're going on a cruise.
And I can tell you, so I start, if anybody's interested, I don't know. So I started in April, changed my eating habits.
Totally.
I'm not on Ozempic. I'm not taking semaglutides. I'm not taking phentermine.
Well, we just changed everything that we're eating.
I just do protein, vegetables, and berries. That's basically it.
And it's doing great.
So I've lost 85 pounds since April.
It's
which has
amazing.
made a huge difference in me, my mobility to get around the ship and the ports. Oh my gosh. Like just.
Yeah. It's a total different scene. Yeah.
So then you do hear people gaining weight when they go on the cruise, right? Because all you do is eat. However, I do pay attention, but I have eaten the bread and the desserts on the cruises
because it's for fun. But then we go walk.
We walk. Sorry guys, my nose is itching. What does that mean? I'm gonna get kissed
You're
by
get money.
No, that's your hand. No, I'm gonna get kissed by a blue-eyed fool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I think the key is still watching and not overeating, right? Like not gorging. But if you do, just make sure you walk. Because when we're on the cruise, I walk 5 to 7 miles.
It's all set
every
up
day,
so you
right?
can just keep walking and just have a good time.
We're going all around.
Have some more cheesecake.
And so actually on Harmony in September, I lost 3 pounds.
Right. Yeah. Amazing.
So that was pretty good. Now on Quantum, from Quantum until Monday, I really wasn't paying attention. I was not eating the greatest, right? So I did gain 5 pounds from Quantum through the holidays. However, on Monday, I was like, okay, I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to go back to how I should be eating. And so I've lost the 5 pounds.
Yeah, we got some boom. Yeah.
So that's very exciting. So it does work, right? If you don't think it works, I'm telling you, it does work. I'm telling you that if you change your eating, it will work. But let me back up. For all these years, and I have tried every diet known to man, nothing worked. I would gain 10 pounds. That would be it. And I would gain it back. Finally, I found a doctor who listened to me. Women of my age group, you need to pay attention. Because I found a doctor who listened to me for 2 hours. I told her my story. I told her how for 6 months straight, I only juiced. I never had a solid meal. I only juiced and I never lost any weight. And she said, well, because your cortisol is off and your hormones are imbalanced. And so she did my blood work. And guess what? My hormones were off.
So we got that all squared away.
So we got that. I don't know if it's hormone replacement therapy I'm on. And this disclaimer, we're not medical people. We don't know. I'm just telling you what works for me.
You spend some time with a physician and talk to them.
Progesterone and testosterone and an estrogen patch.
Made now no more hot flashes.
A total difference. Yeah, no more hot flashes. I used to, you guys can go back and look through the videos. I used to get so hot. In every video, I was on the ship going, so hot. I'm so hot. I'm so hot. And it would be in the winter when we lived in South Dakota, and it would get 50 below. I would have the
windows open. Yeah.
The windows would be open and I would have to go stand outside because I would be so hot. So that tells you something. And could not lose weight no matter what I did. I did keto. I did Optavia. I did MedFast. I did just the juicing. I did all of that. Nothing. But this
is working
fabulously. And so I have to believe it was because my hormones were off. So people, women, not men, because you guys can lose weight at the drop of a hat. But women in my age group, how old am I?
So
this is how old I am, believe it or not. You can tell me how I don't look like that, and that would be great. But anyway, so I have lost weight, and so you can maintain your weight and even lose weight on a cruise ship. It is possible.
There's the dog. Yes, you can lose weight on a cruise ship if you just like what you're doing and have a good time and use the walking track like we're doing, which is a ton of fun. And then it's New Year's Eve.
What was the best excursion memory? The Choctobin?
Choctobin, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Totally.
We did that twice.
Yeah.
We did that twice.
We got a lot of good footage of there. You've got a video on Choctobin Mayan ruins, and that was one of my favorites.
Oh, okay. So the most recent Mayan ruins from February of this past year, I don't think we have a video of that, but we were because we did the exclusive drive, and Rob had told the driver, hey, we've already been here. I want to go get some footage. So I said, Rob, you
I
just
went
go.
ahead.
And because this is before I'd lost my weight. And I said, I'll meet you at the top.
So she ended up.
So I'm walking now. I left the group too, right? Because we were just going to go up there and do whatever. So I left the group too. And they have several different ruins. And I'm walking by. And I'm like, that's not it. That's not the ruin. And I keep walking. And then I end up
out in the Mayan
jungle.
The
Mayan jungle by myself. Nobody's around. And I'm looking around. Now, why in the world I didn't think to record is beyond me. But I didn't. I think I was scared. And I'm looking around and there's no one around. I can't hear anybody. And I'm like, okay, I need to go back exactly the way I came.
Just retrace your footsteps. And then I saw her coming out of the jungle. And we reunited at the pyramid. And so that was great. But it was interesting. She just kept walking.
I was just walking into the Mayan jungle. So be careful about that because you don't want to be
lost in the jungle.
Lost in the jungle in another country.
Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of good trips next year. It's going to be a fantastic year for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And
how was your year?
It was a good year.
Mm-hmm.
We had a good year. And we're doing some things better next year, but it was a good year. We had some good trips, and we learned a lot about casino comps, and we had a good year.
Yeah, it was a tough year. Over the summer, it was really tough. My doctor found some spots, skin cancer, and treated them with whatever. She froze them, and I treated them, burned them off with Curaderm. So we're more mindful of that, right? That's why I now wear a rash guard when we're cruising, where normally I wouldn't. And my sister didn't have a very good diagnosis this summer, stage 4 bone cancer. So keep her in your prayers and send her your positive energy. We would greatly appreciate that. So it was a tough year. It was a tough summer. But here we are. We made it to December 31st, 2025. Hallelujah. We all made it. We're no worse for the wear.
Right. And we're going to go out and have some supper and then watch the fireworks and the ball drop later on.
Oh, the ball dropping. Sorry, honey. I know I keep interrupting. I'm an interrupter, guys.
Yeah.
But some of you, as people have made comments like, oh, he's so irritated with her. And he may be, but he doesn't tell me that. He just knows.
I'm not at all. I love you.
So this is funny. So when we first met and we were talking, because he was in Texas, I was in Florida, he would call me and he would say, he would talk, telling me about his day. And then after 12 minutes or something, he would say, okay, well, it's been 12 minutes, going to go. And I'm like, whoa, there. I still have 1,200 words to speak for the day. So anyway, that was a learning thing. But anyway, I was going to tell you about the ball dropping.
Okay.
So the CEO of Carnival is going to be at New York, Times Square.
Carnival Cruise Lines.
I don't know who's. I don't even know who's doing it, you guys. If it's Anderson Cooper or oh my gosh, Andy Cohen from Bravo, because they usually do it. But the CEO from Carnival is going to be doing it. What do you have for us?
I'm looking at it.
Okay.
I thought I had it somewhere.
You did. You texted it to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Carnival Cruise Lines is returning to Times Square in New York to light the New Year's Eve ball for the 5th year in a row. Josh Weinstein, CEO of Carnival, leading the company's delegation as guests across Carnival's fleet celebrate the new year with festivities at sea. So that's what we're going to be doing next year. We're going to have festivities at sea.
Woo! Wait, now that will
we
get.
Want you guys.
It's not going.
We want you guys to subscribe to this channel because we're putting out videos at least once a week, and we're having a lot of fun doing it. And we want you to subscribe and watch and share and just have fun with us. Give us a comment. Let us know how things are going. Everybody is important, as you can be to other people. We love you all, and we want you all to stay safe and have a prosperous new year.
That was nice, honey. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to go out to supper.
Okay. Rob's trying to log off, and I still have a lot to talk about.
Yeah. We're going to do a Friday Night Live every week. That's our future.
Yeah.
The future
We're gonna
of
do Friday Night
cruising
Lives
with integrated travel solutions. So look for us on YouTube, Cruising with Integrated Travel Solutions. You're here now. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to do Friday Night Live.
So, okay, I have some questions for everybody. So put this in the comments if you want to. Would you rather a 14-day cruise in an inside cabin or a 5-day cruise in a suite? Okay.
This will be a poll that we're going to do later.
Well, I'm not going to do a poll.
Well, we might.
Well, I'm doing it here. Unlimited drinks package or unlimited specialty dining?
Yeah.
So, honey, what would you rather do, a 14-day cruise in an inside cabin or a 5-day cruise in a suite?
5-day cruise in a suite.
I agree. I agree with that. And then I would pick, that's tough because the specialty dining, we have learned, takes up too much of your day because you have to book your lunch and dinner, right? And you're constantly going.
But you do it sometimes, though. It's still fun to go to Chops. Chops makes a good steak, and they have good. Chops is
Chops
good.
plus one, but not. But I'm saying the unlimited specialty dining where you have.
And then as soon as we don't have it, though, then you're just grubbing around.
Yeah.
And trying to find.
We didn't have it on Quantum. We had Chops plus one.
It goes both ways.
Wonderland, but yeah, if you had to just eat, it's like all you do is eat, right? So that one's a hard one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably I would still do the unlimited specialty dining.
But the bottom line is you're on a cruise ship, you're out at sea, you're having a good time. There's really nothing bad about it any way you slice it.
It's what you make it.
It's all worth doing.
Yeah.
So come along with us, Cruising with Integrated Travel Solutions. Hit that like and subscribe. And we're going to do Friday Night Live from here on out. It's going to be a ton of fun. We're going to build a community, and it's going to be fantastic. We're wishing you a good and happy new year, safe and prosperous. And Trish is going to give us a toast.
Oh, okay. I'm going to give us a toast. We want to take a moment and we want to thank all of you guys for watching, subscribing, commenting. We appreciate all of you. And we are just trying. Our goal for 2026 is to grow our channel a lot more. And if your year was amazing, we celebrate with you. If your year was hard, we're sending you strength, love, and hope for brighter days ahead and for a joyous and prosperous new year and healthy. And above all, I wish everybody complete health, complete healing. If you're sick, I just pray that you are healed 100%. Here's to more adventures, more laughter, more cruising, and more memories in the year ahead. And more good times, everybody. We appreciate you. You're not alone. If you ever need to talk, just send us a comment and we will see it and we will respond to you. Happy New Year, friends.
Happy New Year.